The NRL season has started, and that means one thing: NRL Fantasy is back. Now, we're going to hit you with the top 5 scorers of round 1. I'm Longy from the Casual Athlete, here to talk to you from zero tackle. Let's get into it. Now, Christian Tuipulotu is up in the 5th spot here. He had 3 tries, 9 tackle breaks, and a bunch of meters running this one. Absolutely dominant performance from him. He benefited enormously from playing outside Valentine Holmes. And it was a loss for the Dragons, but he dominated that edge. I'm looking at him and thinking, you know what? Pretty good price there, pretty cheap. Could be someone to jump onto, but probably not someone going to make the leap on this week. Next up, Jamie Humphries in the 4th spot. Now, this was a dominant performance from him. Key stats I want to shout out here are 30 tackles with no misses, and we had 732 kick meters. So he dominated the kicking for South Sydney. He was a genuine, pure number 7, and South Sydney won this game. So it becomes a bit of a contentious situation where he comes into this week and it's him versus Lewis Dodd. Now, who's going to get the spot? Lewis Dodd is the guy who they've planned to have in that spot all year, but Jamie Humphries, he's a popular guy and he could potentially take that spot. If he gets it, we're going to buy him in fantasy 100%. Next up, in 3rd place, Terrell May, and he played 65 minutes for 76 points. Enormous numbers from Terrell May. Big numbers here we want to shout out is mid-30s for the tackle count there. 5 offloads, that counts for 20 points by itself, and then about 200 meters run. So base stat performance, he can go bigger than this, which is absolutely terrifying. If you don't have Terrell May, you have to go get him 100%. 2nd place, Daly Cherry Evans, and it's good to see him come out. He's about 36 years old, still looking good though. So had the try there, some try assists as well, plenty of attacking stats, and it was a game where Manly came out and just destroyed the Cowboys. So North Queensland came down to 4 Pines, didn't seem ready. And Manly, Cherry Evans, Olakwatu, we saw Turbo, Garrick, a bunch of these guys, they absolutely tore through this Cowboys defense. However, Cherry Evans, he was the top scorer for Manly and the 2nd highest scorer of the round. And 1st place here, it's got to be no surprise, right? Payne Haas came out and the Broncos put 50 on the Roosters. So Roosters probably can't win the comp if you conceded 50, right? But Payne Haas, he came out, he played 49 minutes and pumped out 81 fantasy points. Now, that is obscene. In 49 minutes, absolutely insane. Had about 9 tackle busts, had a try assist, a bunch of offloads here as well, tackles, run meters. Overall, though, I look at this score and I think 81 points, and it was all repeatable. This is all stuff he can do again next week. So I'm pretty terrified of not owning Payne Haas. And right now, he's not in my team. I would love to find a way to get him in. It's just very tricky at that price point to get him in, especially with the 81. It bumps his price up a little bit. So Payne Haas could be the guy you target. He's the top scorer for NRL Fantasy this week. Anyway, guys, that is Fantasy 5. That's our new segment on Zero Tackle where we run through the top 5 scorers. We'll also be doing top 5 buys on Tuesday as well. So trade targets there too. But make sure you tune in for future Fantasy 5s and we'll hit you with those top scorers every week.